Right, this is what's left of my gold coloured chrome sprue. What I've done is I've cut it into 3 pieces so I can get it in my Haribo sweet tub. Once I put these 3 pieces into the sweet tub, I then got my Domestos bleach, poured it over, put the lid on the sweet tub and left it outside all day because it was a lovely sunny day when I did this, and just left it all day to strip the pieces. I brought it back in the next day, first thing in the morning on the next day, and then there was still some straggling pieces on the various bits of the sprues of the gold that hadn't come off. So I took these out of the bleach, put them in my spare washing up bowl, got some warm soapy water with a washing up liquid, cleaned the pieces off. I then I did a change of bleach, so I poured the bleach out of the sweet tub into my empty bottle of bleach, and then got my new bottle of bleach, emptied that and put these back in. A day later, the few straggling bits of chrome that was still left have now come off a treat. You can see that the Titanic lettering on the actual plates have not been harmed at all. You've got the 3 anchors. You've got this piece here which sits on the stern on the raised platform. You've got the 3 propellers. This and that is the base for the stand, and then you've got these 4 pieces here. Those are going to be sitting on top of there, and then the Titanic will be sitting on top of those. But now these have all been stripped, these are now ready for primer. Right, doing some deck work on the Titanic. I've finished the forecastle. What I did is I just made the one step, just got a bit of a, I think it's like pizza card off a pizza box from Iceland, and just cut that out to go inside, and it like gets rid of that at the bottom there. Oh yeah, you can just about see that there. It covers them, because originally I was going to try and fill them in, but the cardboard is actually better, the card. And then there was a little tiny little gap between the card and the plastic card that I made the little room with, so I just put a bit of filler on that and sanded that down. It's looking really nice. Then you've got the cargo bay door lids. Now these, according to the plans, tells you to paint it number 2, which is white, so I don't know why those have been moulded in clear, but I've put those down. Which ones am I looking? Wrong one. So I've put those down, and they're not looking too bad. Now to the bow, the stern. I've put all the walls of the rooms on. Very easy to put on, because there was like a little, well, I wouldn't say an indentation, but it was slightly coloured. It was smooth, nice little square section there. Put all those on as per the plans. It looks like a bit of a jungle. I haven't put the cranes on yet because I wanted to concentrate on the walls and the sundries, but that ain't looking too bad either. Going on to the bridge deck 3F, according to the plans. Again, just putting the wall sections on. Very easy indeed. Now the one thing I like about these decks, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but it actually tells you where things were located. That one says boiler casing, restaurant there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Restaurant. It's got all the like little indentations, and second class smoke room. We're putting all those wall section on. Again, was really easy, not bad at all. You had these, I don't know how I would explain that to be. On the plans, you can see those little square tabs at the bottom of each piece. So when I was cutting them off the sprue actually joins onto the mounting tab, so you have to cut the bits of excess sprue off and then smooth those down. And to be honest, give the bottom pieces of the walls just a bit of a smooth down so they'll go into position. I also did the tops of the walls a bit of a smooth down as well. And like I said, on the plans, I've just been ticking off each part as I've put it on. And that's bridge deck 3F done. Well, the first part of it anyway. Continuing on with the deck pieces, this is A deck according to the plans, 2F. You see I've put all the walls down, not bad at all, easy to put down. As per the plans, I started with A5 and then worked my way around on the one side. Then I put the middle part in, which is C47, and then worked my way back round starting with A8. Once that was all done, I then started on these freestanding handrails. Now there's a little bit of a groove for these to put in. The trouble is they kept wanting to tip forward, so I had to put a bit of blue tack there and a blob of blue tack there to stop it moving backwards and forwards while the glue dried. Once the glue dried, I just took the blue tack up and they've dried really nice, not too bad, apart from this one at the front here. You can see it's slightly leaning forward, even though I did put a blob of blue tack there. So I'm going to have to try and bring that more backwards on the top part there. But apart from that, the freestanding handrails didn't go down too bad. Now you've got these handrails that go all the way around the front there, like a square pyramid. As per the plans there, started my way on, what number was that one? D3, and then worked round with the tweezers, with the little parts, trying to get them as squared as possible. And like I said, you just look. There was I wouldn't say a raised channel, but it was like it wasn't decked. It was just flat, and I just went round each one with the tweezers. And eventually, I got there, trying to straighten them up as best I could, but not too bad. So that's A deck done. The deck section. Started work on boat deck 3F. So on the plans, you start at the front section here, putting the them walls on with a curved front. Not that those weren't as bad as that part. That was quite easy to assemble as I went round. So that's what I've done there. Then turning the plans over, then it started the walls that overlap, because there's like a groove, like a channel. As per the plans, this was number 50, and that overlaps there, so I put that one down, but that piece there kept wanting to pop up, so what I had to do is I had to get one of my enamel tins and put it on there like that while that dried to give it some weight. And then I started on number 49. That weren't too bad there, to be honest, but I still got another. Once I laid it all down and got it right, I put this upside down and then put some more tubs on, turning this over like that, and just put them on like that so it would actually secure them. I mean, there's still bits and bobs I've got to put in. I think these are going to be for the funnels area, so those are extra parts later on. But the first part of A deck is not looking too bad at all. Going back to the main hull, I've put my Tamiya curve tape all the way down the side of the hull, both sides, and basically what I've done is I've painted the Sovereign Models Norfolk 65A anti-fouling red. This is the paint I bought for my failed Arizona build, and it's still okay, it's still perfectly fine. So I've done 2 coats, both sides and on the underneath of the keel, and it is not looking too bad at all. So I'm going to take the tape off now and see if there's any bleed. Right, I've took the Tamiya tape off now, and the line is absolutely crisp. I'm loving this. There's a touch of paint on the hull there, because this is where I've been painting it on, and probably one of the bristles have gone overboard at this side of the tape. But that's, I can take care of that with some black paint on by hand. Turning it over. Again, the line is real crisp. Again, where I've gone over with the brush slightly. But now this is done, I can now go ahead and seal this now.